UFC Rio, the gamer, has come to play. Look, or has he? Look, UFC Rio is finally here, and yeah, we've been waiting for this card for like not that long until we realized Charles was going to be the main event back in August. But yeah, like I'm feeling really good about this card, you know. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, like I think Charles is going to destroy Gamrot, but let's get on with it. Also, because I've been meaning to talk about this main event for so long, and timestamps are going to be in the description below if you want to see me just talk about the main event. But let's get on with it. Starting off, I'm not going to be doing the whole card breakdowns. I'm going to break down the fights I care about. Let's talk about this fight first. This fight actually just fell through, so like, look, if it would have happened, so Valter Walker, Mohammed Usman, Valter Walker, in my opinion, is the best Walker in the UFC, like, pretty clearly. Like, Johnny Walker's not that good, but Valter Walker is honestly shaping up to be really good. He had a really good, like, leg block against Kennedy Nzechukwu, and he was going to fight another Nigerian victim, but Mohammed Usman just pulled out, so right now the UFC is looking for a replacement, but if these two were gonna fight, I think I would have went by Valter Walker with round 1 submission. Look, dude, Mohammed Usman and Moda is not that good. Like, is he even good? I don't know. Like, he looked really bad in his last fight against, can't even remember who his last guy was, but you guys know what I mean, like that blob. I forgot his name, but he looked really bad in that fight. I think Valter Walker honestly could be like top 5, top 6 in the heavyweight division, where I just don't see Mohammed Usman being ranked at all, unless he gets a fight booked with Tai Tuivasa. But yeah, look, I think this fight would have been a very easy and clear win for Valter Walker. I just don't think Mohammed Usman is like on that level, man. I don't. But yeah, like, look, it would be funny though, like, if Mohammed Usman were, like, don't get me wrong, if he had won, it would be so funny. Like, a guy that's absolutely terrible beats a guy that's absolutely amazing. Like, sign me up, bro. But yeah, I would have went with Valter Walker. I don't know who his replacement's gonna be, but I'm probably just gonna pick Valter Walker anyways to beat that replacement. Let's talk about, damn. Vicente Luque. Rest in peace, bro. There's nothing else I can say. Rest in peace, bro. Like, you're fucked. Like, there's no other way to say it. You're fucked. You're gonna get the shit kicked out of you, bro. I think Joel Alvarez is gonna bro, I actually feel bad. I actually like Luque, but dude, you can't be losing to Kevin Holland, man. Especially after, like, the disaster class of Kevin Holland's last performance. I'm sorry, man, but I think Joel Alvarez is gonna absolutely starch this dude inside 1 round. I think he's actually gonna catch a body. I'm not even joking when I say this. I think he's gonna KO him in the clinch in round 1. I see this fight being similar to the Thiago Moises fight, where Joel Alvarez like walking down Thiago and then gets in the clinch and starts kneeing the fuck out of him, and maybe goes for like a guillotine. But I think Vicente Luque's BJJ is good enough to like not get. You know what? Honestly, he could get submitted as well. Like, he got submitted by Kevin Holland. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, look, Kevin Holland's great, but I think Joel Alvarez and Kevin Holland, they're 2 completely different level of opponents. I really think this, bro. I think Joel Alvarez is gonna absolutely destroy Vicente Luque, man. And it sucks. And I think Vicente might honestly, even though there's like a year, like a 1 year difference between these two, I honestly think Vicente might retire if he does lose to Joel Alvarez. Because look, Vicente Luque's been here for a while now. Like, what's he gotta do? Like, he's never gonna become champion. Like, it's sad. And this is just horrible matchmaking from the UFC. It was supposed to be Ponzinibbio, but he pulled out. So you could have literally gotten anyone else to fill in aside from Joel Alvarez, but Alvarez needed a fight at 170, otherwise he would have been inactive. His last fight was in December against Drakkar Klose. It makes sense why they would have done this fight, because obviously he got injured against Benoit Saint Denis, who I think he would have fucked up badly. I think he would have badly fucked up Benoit Saint Denis, even like despite Benoit just destroying Rufy. But yeah, dude, this is how I see the fight going. Like round one, like this is gonna be like a 2-minute finish, maybe 4. Like I see Joel Alvarez immediately taking the center, like he's like landing like good like left jabs, like crosses, all that. He's gonna do like a little bit of kicks, and then the second like Luque tries to press forward, or like his boxing, he's gonna get put in the clinch. I think he's gonna eat a couple of knees. That's gonna stun him. And I see Joel Alvarez spraying him with punches. I see like Luque like covering up and then like surviving, and then I just see it happening a lot in that first round. And then I could also see that Vicente Luque can shoot a takedown after getting rocked by Joel Alvarez. I see Alvarez putting him like a guillotine or like a DOS choke. Like, this is just a terrible matchup for like Vicente Luque. It's not even because he's washed why he's gonna lose this fight. Partially that's it, but also because Joel Alvarez is just really fucking good. Like, he's really fucking good, bro. I genuinely think you cannot fuck around with this guy. I think it's gonna be a first round TKO via knees in the clinch. I think he's gonna hurt him to the body. He's gonna hurt him to the head, and I think it's only gonna go downhill from there in like 3 minutes in round one. Because, dude, Alvarez's clinch game is insane, man. Like, it's genuinely insane. Like, I remember that time, like, when he fought Drakkar Klose, he had this, like, head in like a guillotine, just kept punching his head till the ref stopped the fight. Genuine, like, diabolical work. And he also beat the life out of the guy that trains at Shooter Box, Elvis Brenner, so... Yeah, dude, I just think Alvarez is just gonna get this one done, man. I really do. Now let's talk about the co-main event of the evening. Deiveson Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. This is really close. Like, initially I was gonna pick Montel Jackson to win this fight, but and the more that I think about it, like, aside from Damon Blackshear, he hasn't really chinned anyone out close. So, like, I'm not, like, fully convinced on his power. I just think he landed, like, a really good shot on Damon Blackshear. And I also, like, the guys Figgy is losing to as well is, Piotr Jan, literally, like, the top 4 best bandweight in the world. Corey Sandhagen literally gave Barab a really hard fight despite getting mugged. But he did get destroyed by Sandhagen, and that is something to look at when talking about this matchup. Because, honestly, man, Figgy, he's washed. Like, I think we can all admit that Deiveson Figueiredo is washed, but I think he's still good enough to beat a guy like Montel Jackson. Look, I think early on, the hand speed is going to give, like, problems to Figgy. I see Figgy, like, trying to shoot, get... most of those takedowns get stuffed. I see Montel Jackson piecing him up early on. And then I just see in like round 2 and 3, Figgy just like picking up the pace and just like shooting takedowns or landing some good shots. Even rocks Montel Jackson, I reckon. Takes him down, like holds him down. I could also see a submission win for Figueiredo, but I'm going to play it safe. And I'm going to say Deiveson Figueiredo by 29-28 decision. Look, Montel Jackson is good. I just don't think he's on that level, man. I still think Figgy is like good in bantamweight. Like, I still think he's a really good fighter, despite getting like absolutely starched by Corey Sandhagen. But yeah, I really do think that Deiveson Figueiredo will win this fight by a decision. But I think it's be like a decision. It's like, all right, yeah, Figgy's like cooked now. Like, He barely beat this guy. I think that's the things people are going to be talking about after this fight. But yeah, this is like really hard to say because I can also see him getting clipped by Montel Jackson. Yeah, I can't, bro. Bro, I don't, man. This is actually so hard to pick, but I have to pick Figgy. Look, my gut is telling me Montel Jackson's gonna win, but dude, I could give like, my gut's been wrong in the past, man. I think that, like, just my mind, I'm trusting my mind here. And I think Figueiredo wins. But if he loses, retire. Like, genuinely retire if he loses. But, yeah, and also, it'll be cool. Like, Montel Jackson, like, cool fighter, I guess. But, yeah, like, come on. Figgy, just retire if you lose this. But, yeah, I am going with Deiveson Figueiredo by a 29-28 decision. Let's talk about this main event. One you guys have been waiting for so long, and now I'm here to break it down. Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. Do Bronx, or should I say the Predator versus the Gamer. Oliveira accepted the Gamrot challenge, and here we are. And man, I am so grateful it's not Rafael Fiziev. Far out, bro. I'm so grateful that it's not Rafael Fiziev, dude. Because I genuinely think that, like, I would have picked Oliveira to win that fight, but I could have seen a little bit Charles just gets his head taken off by, like, a spinning wheel kick. But, yeah, this is an easier matchup for Charles, I reckon. Like, in my thumbnail, I said Charles, he's not finished yet. I don't think he's finished yet. I think he's going to absolutely destroy Gamrot. I think it's going to be round 1, round 2 KO or TKO. Look, dude, Gamrot, I like Gamrot. But, dude, man, you can't be getting dropped by Arman Tsarukyan. I'm sorry. You can't be getting dropped by Arman Tsarukyan, man. Better yet, you cannot. And when I say you cannot be getting badly clipped by a washed up RDA, man. Like, I'm sorry, I think it's not even like a stylistic thing. I think Charles Oliveira is genuinely just better than Mateusz Gamrot. They both like have mutual opponents, Beneil Dariush and Arman Tsarukyan. Gamrot, in my opinion, lost to Arman Tsarukyan 4 rounds to 1. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan, I could go back and forth on who I could say won that fight. Like on a good day, I could say Charles wins. On another day, I could say Arman wins. And so, like, I think there's a better argument to say Charles Oliveira beat Arman Tsarukyan than there is to say that Mateusz Gamrot beat Arman Tsarukyan. And also Dariush. You see Gamrot, this guy got dropped and almost finished by Dariush in the 3rd round. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You're not beating Charles Oliveira, man. Charles is not finished yet, dude. I'm telling you, if you watch that Ilya fight back, he did kind of good in that fight. Yeah, he got outpointed and finished. Yeah, he got, like, holded. But he did really fucking good. Like, I think that elbow Charles landed on Ilya Topuria, I think that shit rocks Mateusz Gamrot, and I think it could honestly finish Mateusz Gamrot. I could honestly see Charles even getting a submission win here. Look, I will say this though. Charles' fight IQ can prompt him to lose this fight. I can 100% see him just being complacent on his back and just losing a decision, but it's a 5-round fight, not a 3-round fight. And in a 5-round fight, Charles can afford to like be complacent off his back, because eventually in this like 5-round fight, Charles will show urgency to go for a finish. I genuinely think this. Like, now let's talk about like the stylistic breakdown. So the striking, I think for once in like history, Charles is gonna have a striking advantage over something. Nah, I'm joking. But I do think Charles is gonna have a striking advantage over Gamrot, and dare I say, the speed is honestly not even that different. Like, I don't think there's like a crazy hand speed between these two guys. Like, I genuinely think that Charles could land some shots and honestly defend himself from shots from Gamrot. Look, he got destroyed by Topuria, but that's Topuria, featherweight speed, one-shot KO power. Like, what the fuck do you expect was gonna happen? Charles with a high guard getting chinned by an amazing boxer in Topuria. Look, Gamrot's not even in the same. He's like 3 levels below Ilya Topuria, dude. Man, like, it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, even the boxing, I don't even think Gamrot is that much better than Charles at. I think it's gonna be close, but like the striking, but I will favor Charles Oliveira to win that. Also, I think the teeps will be there for Oliveira. That's something Dan Hooker did really well with the teeps against Gamrot. Who, like, I'm sorry, you cannot be losing to Dan Hooker, man. Look, you can say Gamrot won that fight, you can say Dan Hooker fight. I don't give a fuck. It's the fact that he had such a close fight with Dan Hooker, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Like, you can't be having a close fight like that, man. But, yeah, the striking, I think I would favor Oliveira, because both guys have terrible chins, but I think Gamrot has a slightly worse chin, and I think a bad chin does not mix well with a guy that has really good power in Charles. Because Charles doesn't have to worry about the knockout power from Mateusz Gamrot. Like, who's Gamrot actually knocked out? I know he dropped Dan Hooker with a double punch, but dude, this guy also got dropped by Ludwig Klein in his last fight. Like, I'm sorry, dude. You're not beating Charles Oliveira. Like, I think Charles is going to absolutely masterclass Gamrot. Like, I think it's going to be like, if Charles, like, does not, like, be complacent on his back, it's like a round 1 or 2 KO. Like KO or, like, TKO. Like, I just see him, like, rocking Gamrot. But if Charles fights, like, if he, like, defends himself early on, I could see him, like, doing, like, that. You know that step-in right hand he always does? I could see him doing that. Rocks Gamrot. Gamrot panic shoots, like, on the back foot. And Gamrot gets submitted via guillotine. I could also see that happening. Because, bro, Dan Hooker, like, if you guys watch that fight, Dan Hooker cinched into a really nice guillotine. And that's something like, if you give Charles a moment like that, the fight's over, man. No, I'm sorry, the fight is over. And I honestly think the grappling... I think Gamrot's a better wrestler than Charles, and I think he has better scrambles than Charles. But in my opinion, I think Arman, other than the scrambling, I think Arman is better than Gamrot in every other way of grappling. I can also see like Gamrot powering out his submissions, like submission attempts from Charles, because it's just a scrambling motherfucker. Like, this guy literally moves like a mental patient, dude. The way he's like moving around in the ground. So I think it would take like Charles rocking him to get a submission, or Gamrot like gassing out early on and then Charles getting a submission. Like, the grappling like is like it's like what I'm excited about. Like, I think the grappling will be really close here. But I will say this. I think, like, later on, Charles can actually maul Gamrot. I really do. But yeah, I'm going Charles Oliveira by round 1 or 2 TKO. Knockout, doesn't really matter. Just I just see Charles finishing Gamrot. I don't think he's done yet. This card is honestly, like, I'm really excited for it. It's objectively a stacked card only because Charles is on it. But yeah, this card is honestly amazing. Also, thank you guys for, like, bro, that last video did really good, man. I'm actually shocked at how good that video did. Because I'll be honest, I had no confidence in that last video. So thank you guys again for, like honestly, about 200 views. That's honestly crazy numbers for a guy like me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And also, like and subscribe, because, bro, like 90% of you guys, or 60% of you guys, last time I checked, you guys aren't even subscribed, man. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think. Follow my Instagram or my Twitter on my channel links. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Helix MMA signing off. Laters.